So what's this feature then? Come on. So let's do this feature, whatever it is.
Oh, God, yeah, okay.
We've got to do it.
We've got to do this feature.
But I don't know what it is, you see. You've been intentionally keeping it for me for perhaps comedy value, so let's see what it is. So this is from someone else's show plan.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, someone else's show plan. Well, no one else has turned up. We've only got material for an hour. You know, we've already used up all of our material.
We didn't have material.
We did.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that material. Yeah, of course.
This was rigorously scripted.
Yeah. We came in.
Okay. So this is the show. We're now. Actually, if you're listening online, which you will be because it's the only place to listen, this is apparently now the URF Music Hour, the High Fidelity Show, and no longer Rock Noise Nonsense, which is the name of my show.
Okay. They still might turn up.
Yeah. Well, Caitlin might get here. I know her, so you know she could stroll in at any point.
Right.
But that's cool. I'm just going to carry on anyway. So this is a show by somebody else. No, sorry. We should pretend it's ours.
Well, I've got the paper, so you can pretend it's yours. I'll just be a guest.
Hey, I'm a younger person than Dave is, and I'm trendier, and I'm a bit more risky on the radio, and I make sort of risque material. And here's some.
And I'm your guest, Paolo.
All right, Paolo.
Yep.
How you doing today? Well, we've got some questions and current affairs.
Right, go on.
If you could occupy anywhere in the world, where would you occupy? And the reason we're asking this question is because there are students occupying Sussex University at the moment, and they've got political reasons to do so.
If I could occupy somewhere,
if you could occupy,
would I have other people with me in this occupation, or would it just be me occupying something?
Not part of the question.
Okay.
Doesn't specify.
If I could occupy somewhere, maybe. I don't know. I'd have to say the Ginsters Pasty Factory because then maybe they'd lock me in and I could have a lot of fun overnight. Yeah, yeah. I like a Ginsters Pasty. It's a classic.
That's
occupy. Or should I answer like as if I actually like a real answer like occupy banks and that?
Yeah, occupy. I was going to say the bank because I hate walking to the bank. So if I was always at the bank.
I really hate the banks.
I wouldn't need to walk there.
I think they just need to stop doing that thing they do with money, and all of the stuff they've been doing with interest and all of the all that stuff. They can't do that anymore. The public won't allow it.
It is outrageous, isn't it?
It's shocking, and I would occupy that one.
That one.
Yeah. So go on. What's the next question?
Occupy that one. Oh, you're going to love this one, Dave. You're going to love Paolo. Sorry, Paolo.
I'm from Venezuela, by the way. I don't know if you noticed from my accent and my colour.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, go on.
So, Paolo, this is my hot new friend, Paolo from Venezuela. He's a party animal, and that's why I'm asking him. Question number 2. If you could be a fresher again, what would you do differently?
What would I do differently?
Yeah.
I definitely wouldn't miss chances to sleep with women because I was playing World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
That would not happen again.
That wouldn't happen again.
I would probably not smash so many glasses.
Okay.
That's another
spectacles
thing.
or
No, pint glasses. That was a really
right.
stupid thing to do. I wouldn't do that again.
When you were a fresher, were you doing that?
Actually, no, I wasn't. No, I was the further.
No, you're a bit older than that.
I was a bit older than that. I can't remember.
wasn't in my teens when I was smashing those glasses.
Yeah. What would I do? Okay, what would I do differently if I was a fresher? I'm struggling to remember what I did when I was a fresher, but that one still stands. That one I told you the World of Warcraft thing. Yeah,
borderline sexism, but let's just let that one slide.
It's not sexism. It's just me being an idiot.
Remember, we're on a very lefty station here, Dave. Which is why question number 6 is going to be so outrageous.
I think that I'll leave it at that. I would not. I would pay more attention to women rather than playing computer games.
Okay.
That's a good.
That's great.
A good one for a thing I should have done.
Question number 3, Paolo. What's your party trick? AKA, can you swallow your fist? And it does say AKA here, not IE or EG. It actually does say AKA, also known as, can you swallow your fist?
I can't swallow my fist, but I don't think I've got a party trick other than just taking off my clothes.
Okay.
That's not really a trick. It's just a thing I do at parties, isn't it?
I know a few people that do that.
Yeah. It's a thing to do, isn't it? You know,
it's a thing to do.
It happens. It happens. Can't be helped, really. So you know what can I say? Go on. What's the next question?
The next question is, as far as I can tell, utter nonsense. Well, they're using a phrase, and I expect it to be somewhat sexually lascivious. Do freshers still mop up on the reg? The reg? On the reg. Does that mean regularly?
I've got no idea
Mop
what that
up
means.
on the reg. Does this mean?
Dave, I didn't know what that meant when I was a fresher.
I'll ask this question as it has been presented grammatically in front of me.
Go on.
Do freshers still mop up on the reg at Oceana? Brackets. Best night for mopping up.
It's got to be something to do with pulling, hasn't it?
Pulling.
Yeah, like pulling women, mopping up. Like
that's a very So maybe if mop up is now the
maybe mop up is like when you go round the club.
Which one of those phrases is the most?
That was sexist. What I just said.
Yeah,
there.
absolutely.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't mean that.
I was going to ask you which one of that, because pulling is rather. It seems like a 70s phrase, and mopping up is now apparently a phrase of the 21st century. And I'm just wondering which one is more ethically reprehensible.
Well, I don't like that word hot. I don't like when people say, "Oh, she's hot," like that. 'Cause
really?
It's like we can do better than that as human beings. We can say like, "Oh, she's beautiful," or "She's really attractive." I don't like those really crude words. Like,
Do you think hot is a rude word?
I don't think it's rude.
Crude,
I just think it's a bit like, it's a bit kind of base and low. I think you could be nicer to people.
You can
around
be.
saying they're
I
hot.
don't know.
You know?
People like being called hot sometimes if they're that way inclined.
Maybe, yeah, maybe that's true. Maybe I'm just an old fuddy-duddy.
Maybe you are. So anyway, old fuddy-duddy.
Paolo, the old fuddy-duddy.
Paolo, the Venezuelan conservative.
Yeah. Well, go on.
What's the first rule of being a fresher?
I'll tell you my first rule of being a fresher.
I would say just work hard and
yeah.
make sure
I mean,
you get enough sleep.
my rule was just like have fun and go out in moderation and go to lectures because you quite enjoy the subject you're doing and have fun.
Be considerate to the people living in close proximity because they're human beings.
Yeah, don't play Bhangra music at 2:00 in the morning.
That did happen to you,
it
didn't
did.
it?
I don't know. I wasn't a wild fresher or really university student. I had a great time at uni. I really enjoyed it, but I wasn't wild or anything.
No?
I didn't go mental.
I remember staying on your floor.
When I was a fresher.
Yeah. I slept on your floor a couple of times.
Yeah, I bet that was wild, wasn't it?
It was.
Presumably, we just went and got drunk and had fun.
And
that because that's what you do. You don't have to be an absolute chaotic lunatic to have a good time at university. I'm really starting to feel old now when I talk about these things, Dave. This is absolutely tragic. Come on, can I have the next question, please? Because I'm not coping very well with this young person's gubbins.
All right, okay. No, this is the outrageous question now.
Oh, here we go. Is this number 6?
Oh yeah, this is coming hot off the heels of some great This is fine. Boobs, legs, or bum.
I think women should be congratulated for all of their assets, Dave. I don't think that you should concentrate on one of them. They're all very nice.
Including their strength of character.
Yeah, and I like childbearing hips in a woman. So, so that's showing my age.
I'd like to remind anyone listening that we're performing someone else's show because I found this sheet of honestly, I don't know if I can keep this up. I found a sheet of paper in here and these are questions that somebody
I just got a text just saying you are old. I'm not old, I'm 26.
Okay, right. Who's telling you you're old?
Someone who's also that age.
Okay, right.
So I don't think they can talk, but that's nice of them. Well, at least they're still listening, so that proves something. Is there any more questions, or is that it?
Yeah, but the 7th one is just disgusting. I'm not going to ask it.
Well, I'm from Venezuela. I'm very open, so maybe you should ask.
Really?
It.
That's what?
What can I read?
Okay, well, hold on a
let
second. So, what do you think about the recent death of Hugo Chavez? Your dictator?
Well, I mean,
dictator. What do you call him? Leader, something like that.
Oh, he was great for us. He was marvellous. Yeah, I'm not wrong. That's technically not a question.
No, it isn't a question. It's just some lyrics.
It's some lyrics from what sounds like a very lewd, crude club song.
Yeah.
And we know how we feel about club music, so we'll let that go.